90-day challenge week 3 review. So I'm going to be catching you up to date with where all the students are at in their progress. And I tell you this, one of the most important things for me about a student's progress is not so much about results. It's whether or not they're trying to connect the dots together. You know, you have to pour the foundation before you can build the house, and you have to frame the walls before you can put up the siding. So it's that stage that they're in right now. This is the 3rd week going into the 4th week, and it's all about building foundational skills. Those foundational skills are making sure that your setup is proper, your drill is proper, your ability to focus on still weight is clear. And I'll tell you this about all 3 students. Every one of them is engaged. They're sending me video consistently, and that is the most important thing for me. If you're engaged, then you're going to get what you want. They're sending me video consistently, they're communicating with me, and they're responding well to their analysis. So, let's get started here. This is Craig. Now, Craig is the lowest handicapper of the bunch, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he has any particular advantage other than once we get to playing, he's going to feel more comfortable with shooting lower scores because he's used to that. But right now, Craig is still in more of a technical phase where I am challenging him to make sure that he shows me less movement in his legs, a better drill, and then a keen focus on stillness. And he has taken to that really well. He's reduced the length of his swing, and he's trying to find how he can keep his lower body still, because up until now he moved his lower body a lot. A very typical kind of traditional swing with a lot of movement that requires a lot of athleticism, but also is consequently really inconsistent. And that's the biggest thing he's looking to change. So if you look there, that's a lot of stillness that he's showing me, and he is in a good position, but he's still, this week, his challenge is to show me a really proper drill with a full swing. Now we got Norberto. Norberto has followed everything I say to a T, and I'm so thankful for how well he's adapted to this whole technique. So his drill is great, his setup is great, his ability to stay still is great. But the one thing that he's working on, he's having a lot of good shots and some inconsistent shots. And so we're trying to then make sure that all the shots are the good shots. Well, that all comes down to your focus. And that's the stage that he's in right now. He's starting to build his swing, increasing the length of the swing, but also making sure that every time he practices, he focuses on stillness and stillness alone. Right there, he's showing you how he's become aware of a better setup position, which is excellent. That's exactly the point of focus that you should have. You know, this swing is all controlled by the setup position. But the biggest thing that I really love in this video that he's showing us is how soft he is in the downswing. Watch how effortless this downswing is. He's allowing the club to just simply swing along the line of your body. And that is a huge part of the key of understanding the movements for the swing, right? If you stay still, then the hands and arms are going to swing along the line of your body. And what you start to realize is you don't have to focus on them because your setup position is going to create it. So right now, Norberto, the big challenge for this week is to make sure at the end of the week, every time he practices, he could say, all I do is focus on keeping my weight still. Now we got Paul. Paul is a mechanical engineer, so naturally he sees things in a different way, a scientific way. And consequently, it's made it really easy for him to adapt to some of the technical parts of this swing, the fundamentals of this swing. So his setup position looks great. He shows me a really nice drill. And then during the swing, he comes slightly, the swing path is not as shallow as it will be, but it's working in that direction. So Paul is also starting to build his game. Here he shows you the bump and run, followed by a pitch. And this is the important part about how you develop your swing. If you start with the bump and run, you're not only building the opportunity to have these foundational skills, but you're also building your short game. And there's a nice pitch. And just watch the consistency here. That consistency simply just comes from him staying still. If you stay still and the ball doesn't move, there's no reason why the ball wouldn't go where you're intending it to.